Hey, welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. As always, thanks for joining me, and let's get right to it. Apparently, there's a big deal going on in California that was recently passed by the governor there. Apparently, SB 19, or SB 219 to be exact, apparently is a law that was recently signed that would potentially criminalize um, long-term care facilities for not using proper pronouns for LBGT people or people that are gender fluid, gender neutral, and all that stuff. Apparently, this law would allow for up to 1 year in jail or a fine of up to $1,000 for repeated violations of this particular bill. Now you got a lot of people from Breitbart to Fox News to, you know, the Christian Broadcasting Network, people like that saying that, oh, this is, they're criminalizing free speech, and that's not what this law is really doing. This is the whole being fined or anything like that has to do with repeated violations, where you're repeatedly refusing to call a person that's in your care facility by their chosen name, the name that they go by, or whatever proper pronouns they want. Now, I see the situation with this bill. I see a lot of people are upset about it, but what people are mostly complaining about is it says basically that long-term care facilities like nursing homes cannot discriminate on the basis of your gender, your perceived gender identity, or sexual orientation, and that they can't evict you for being gay, and they can't kick you out for being gay or transgender, and they can't deny you access to coming in simply based on the fact that you're transgender, gay, or what have you. Now, I do believe that it goes a little too far here with the pronouns. I understand that people want to be called by the right pronouns and everything, but at the same time, people may not know what you want, and if it's a new person, they may say, they may call you a guy when you're a girl, when you identify as a female, and you shouldn't really be able to put somebody in jail because they don't understand your situation, or they see a male, you identify as a woman, and they don't know that. Now, I understand that the law does stipulate that these have to be egregious, constant, repeated violations, but at the same time, people are going to call you what they're going to call you. Got to buck up a little bit and just get over the fact that not everybody's going to call you by the gender or the proper pronoun of which you identify. We've got to quit being so sensitive and so triggered over everything. Come on, people. Come on. But there's a lot of push on this and a lot of people complaining, and there's some lies out there about it, because they're saying that it's just if you say it, period. If you walk up to somebody on the street and say, hey man, when they identify as a woman, you're automatically arrested and you go to jail for a year in $1,000 fine, period. And that's not what it's about. This law is about long-term care facilities and not being able to discriminate against people. I think they do go too far with the pronoun mess. I do believe, though, that people should have access to long-term care facilities, whether or not they're gay, straight, transgender, gender neutral, gender fluid, gender or whatever you want to call it. I think they should have access to these places if they need them, and they should not be allowed to deny them on the basis of their sexual orientation. I believe that's where most of the pushback comes from. I don't truly believe it's the pronoun thing as much as they're trying to make it out to be. I believe it comes down to what I saw from the Christian Broadcasting Network, where they're talking about how, grandma may be put in a room with a gay person, and how evil that would be. Oh no, you happen to share a room with a gay person. Whoa, big whoop, big whoop. It's not, nowhere does it say though that if you're uncomfortable in the situation, that that you would have to be in a room with the transgender individual or gay individual. I personally don't think it's a big deal either way, But like I said, I do believe the provision over pronouns is a little too far. I think it's crazy, and I think people need to quit being so triggered by everything. Anyhow, I hope you're having a great Friday afternoon, as this video will go up Friday, somewhere between Friday morning and Friday afternoon. I hope y'all's Friday's going really good, and y'all have a great day. I'll see you down the road.